Hey, what's up, Doom and Darkness? Just wanted to make a quick video response rather than typing up one. It's just a lot quicker. So, what you described in your video, as far as the games, what you're really enjoying about Age of Sigmar, where you're painting, um, selecting the units that you think look cool or you think that would play well, but picking up a couple of boxes, picking up a cool monster, picking up some cool characters that you think look cool, paying them up, calling it done, and now you can move on to something else. You don't get bogged down, on your 80th whatever armies. Then, if you would call that an army, it basically your warband or whatever isn't a huge time investment. It takes like multiple years. It doesn't take you a huge load of cash that you have to either all spend out at once or take multiple years to assemble. Um, all that stuff sounds awesome, and it's something that I would really love to play. That size of game in the Age of Sigmar setting. Unfortunately, here where I'm at in Omaha, Nebraska, so Midwest of the United States, and contrary to what you might believe, we actually have a bunch of game stores here. So the gaming scene's actually, for miniature gaming, is pretty good. Unfortunately, when Age of Sigmar came out, we gave it a fair shot and tried pushing it for a while, but attendance started to drop off pretty quickly, and people just weren't very interested in playing it. So we've moved on to other stuff. Um, the majority of us have moved on to different stuff. But anyway, back on topic. I continue to look at Age of Sigmar mainly because it looks like it would be a great game to introduce other people into. Um, so, like for example, most of us have started playing Kings of War, but even a Kings of War army is still a daunting task to think of assembling, right? There's like so many models. It would be awesome to just have a game, to get someone started into even miniature gaming in general, where you're playing like exactly what you described, where you have about 50 models ish, with some cool characters, a monster, and a dabbling of different units. Say like no more than 20 models would be awesome. But all of the comp sets that we tried out, like the Azeric comp set, the Clash comp set, I even checked out the recent. I don't know if you've heard of like the Holy Wars GT. I know it was a recent one that I heard some podcasts talking about. I've looked at what they were using, and when I look at what I would have to bring, it's over like 100 models. It was basically, I looked at what I was bringing for my 2,500 point 8th edition army of the High Elf army that I used at different tournaments, and I'd pretty much would have to use that entire army, and maybe even have to get more miniatures to play a skirmish game, which I find silly. That's not the kind of game I'm looking to play, especially with Age of Sigmar when you're moving stuff around individually. Even comparing it to 40k, 40k requires a lot less models and is a lot easier to get together. So I basically have no interest in playing Age of Sigmar like that. The disadvantage is I haven't found a format of which is like a standardized format that you can kind of look at and apply to everything. So I was wondering, are you using what format are you using to get your games together, to play the games that you were describing? Is it something that's kind of unique to Australia? What are you doing? Because I would love to play the game that you're describing. Because yeah, so looking forward to hearing what your response is. See what you're doing, because I'd really like to be doing the same thing. All right, well, I'll catch you later. Thanks.